Here we are, good people, right back again like I left something. Today we will be overviewing Studio Series number 2, Decepticon Stinger. Now, Hasbro is in partnership, as you can see, with Takara Tomy here, and they are doing a bang-up job, if I must say so myself, in delivering some great looking studio bots, movie bots for us. Stinger is coming from Transformers Age of Extinction, and he, like I said before, he is number 2. It says right here on the box here, and the side of the box, excuse me, it looks like this here. Back side of the box, this here. And that's the wave, his wave mates that he comes with. That's Bumblebee, Crowbar, and then also Ratchet. Side of the box looks like this here. And so let's come here to do what we came here to do. We came to overview Decepticon Stinger, but we can't do that with him in the box, can we? Let's bust him out this box and see what it's really about. Here we go, Stinger out of the package with the backdrop that it comes with in the box. Studio Series is doing a good job in partnership with Takara Tomy and delivering some pretty decent backdrops for the anyway, for the deluxe class, which this Decepticon is. Deluxe class model or slash size. They fit pretty perfect on the actual backdrop with stand, so I can't be mad at them for that at all. That looks actually pretty good. What he has right here in the background, if I remove him, is the scene, the chase scene in Transformers Age of Extinction, when they was racing through Hong Kong and just tearing the streets to pieces. But that scene is pretty nice, pretty reminiscent of the movie. So definitely hats off to that. Now Stinger, what he is when transformed into his car mode, he is a Pagani Herrera, if I'm saying that correctly. Herrera. So his design of his car, it was made in Italy, but it was made also by Mercedes, I believe. I believe Mercedes made it, but where it was made was Italy. So it does have a twin turbo V12 engine, top speed of 238 miles an hour. This thing is an actual beast. It's a 7-speed and it has a quintuple gearbox. So this thing shifts like it's on butter and can float around a curve like it's on rails, and that's just putting plain and simple. But anyway, what he comes with as far as his accessories, you see he has one shuriken here, he has another shuriken here, and he also has 2 more shurikens that he comes in the box with, aka ninja stars or throwing stars, what have you. He comes with 4 of those. What I'm seeing is you can only actually put 2 of them. I tried to get them on these ports here, but they don't stick onto those ports there. So to take these off, so we can go over his articulation, he can rotate here at the shoulder. He does have a rotation here, like that, and he can come out. Now this wheel well, that's what this is. This is a wheel well. This thing sticks up, so you're getting his shoulder up about this far. Now if you kind of like put it behind him, you can get it up 90 degrees, and that's preferable if you're trying to move his shoulder. So there you go with that. And then his elbow does bend, and that does bend up 90 degrees there. And he does have a rotate right there at his elbow. He does have a rotation. No wrist rotation. That's pretty locked in and simple where that is at. Also, you come down, he has no waist rotation. He can't crouch forward or bend back. He does have head rotation. He can look right. He also can look left, and he can look down quite a bit. And he can also look up just a little bit. When you do look up with Stinger, this portion right here, which is a part of his kibble, it will come off, so that doesn't quite look right. Looks like his head is coming off his shoulders. So in all actuality, you're not really getting a good look up. You're getting basically straight on, but that's down and that's up. So as far as leg movements, he can kick up this far, and he can kick back a great ways. And then he does have a knee bend. His knees does bend this far there. And he does have a rotation here up by his hip, where you can rotate that in and out right here, that joint. As far as 4 feet, his toe, if you will, can point down. He has no rocker. It does have a heel spurt, or makeshift heel spurt. It's really the kibble of the front end of his vehicle, or is that the back end? I believe it's the front end. No, it's the back end. So, oh, this does lift up out of the way if you so choose to. Oh, let's do that then. Lift that up out of the way, and you can actually, he actually looks a little bit better that way, but I see why they do have it down, because if you're trying to bend his knee, this will just get in the way, and you couldn't bend him down like this the way you would want to. So, but you do have the option of putting that wheel up or down, or wherever you see fit to get him in the nice pose that you so want him to get in. And I think that is looking absolutely marvelous. I mean, he is in a Italian made, but you know, he looks more Japanese, I should say. So it's a nice looking bot, I would say, in bot mode. Can't be mad at it at all. All right, so now we will get to a good look of how he actually looks in vehicle mode. Okay, real quick before we move on, I just found that you can put these shurikens right here at the top of, right above his head. I don't know what you would call this that he has floating up here, but this does kind of like articulate, and you can like play with the articulation like here or there. But I think it just looks funky, really, as it's hovering above his head. So I wouldn't put it there. I would, you know, use his ports on his hands right here to put his shurikens instead of using those. But that's totally up to the buyer and the owner of this Stinger. Definitely not. I mean, you do have options, and that's what's important here. But I just think it looks kind of funky. I'm not really a fan of the placement and where they gave placement to put those shurikens. All right, now this is Stinger in car mode, or as you can also call it, alt mode. Now they also have a place for you to put his shurikens right here at the bottom. You can put one right here, and you can put the other one right here. Just snap that on right there, and then the other two come right here. So you can put it here, right, and here. Now, when you flip it, and this is his kibble right here. Let's see, that's what it looks like right from underneath. All this kibble up underneath. It stays up underneath pretty good. But when you have it in alt mode and you're looking at looking at the vehicle itself, you can see the shuriken sticking out from the side. Looks pretty cool though. It's like, you know, if you ride past, he's gonna cut you off, you know what I'm saying? So, and put his blades right into the side. So this is a very good rendition of a Pagani Hyrea. I mean, I think it's really nice the way it is, and he has his Decepticon logo right there on the front. I think that looks really good. So I'll say, yeah, Hasbro in partnership with Takara Tomy did a pretty decent job in making a bot. So next we're going to go over a couple of comparisons and for size and things of that nature. So Stinger is a deluxe class vehicle, and here I have Stinger next to Blackout, which is a leader class vehicle in the Studio Series line. And as you can tell, I mean, this is about accurate as you would kind of want to get. I mean, from a toy, I mean, they're not doing too bad. They're not doing too bad at all. This is kind of accurate, and I think that this type of helicopter, I think it is about 3 car lengths, and from what I can tell, it is about 3 car lengths. So that's not too bad at all. I would say that is actually pretty great. To give you a better overall how long he is in inches, Stinger is, let's see here, I got another bot that's trying to get into the shot. He's up next. 5 inches long. So at Stinger being 5 inches long and Blackout being from the top of the rotor to the back of the rotor being at 18 inches, yep, that's really good. That's really good. So I'm liking the way that looks. That looks really good. Okay, now here we go. We got Stinger in the middle here, and then we got Autobot Drift to the right, and then we have Autobot Crosshairs to the left. Now, as you can see from the sizes here, the sizes isn't too bad there. Let's see. Let's get Drift up. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Very, very well done. Very well molded. I think this looks pretty good, and it fits in, you know, as far as for size. Now these two are from the last night. A matter of fact, the next couple of vehicles that I will be showing you size comparisons from are going to be from the last night, because Stinger is actually the last vehicle that I have from the Studio Series. I will be collecting more of them. Okay, now here we go. We have Hot Rod to the left, and then we have Decepticon Barricade to the right. Hot Rod is an Autobot. He is up here with his Decepticon colleague or buddy, and you can tell that definitely the Barricade is a little bit bigger. This car's, the Pagani, is a little bit lower to the ground. So you can see that just like Hot Rod, another fast, high mile per hour car, they are both low to the ground, but the Pagani is a little bit lower. So that size is not looking too bad, if I do say so. I mean, this is it's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so lastly we have Squeaks, Autobot Squeaks to the left, and then to the far right we have Autobot Hound. Now I'll tell you what's not accurate is Squeaks compared to all the vehicles from the last night. I think that Squeaks is way too big for all these other vehicles from the last night. As we take a look at this military size grade vehicle. This is not too bad as far as size comparison. This is not too bad at all. I mean, they look just about accurate to a military size vehicle. Maybe it is a little bit, he is a little bit bigger Stinger than he should be, or maybe just Hound should be a little bit bigger. I know these tires here on a 5-ton are super huge, coming next to an actual car that's low to a ground than this one. So I do believe Hound is more out of scale than I would say Stinger is. And then obviously and definitely Squeaks, being a moped, he should not be setting this higher than than Stinger. Not even a little bit. No, I wouldn't think so. Nope. But that is all I have for you today, folks. I hope this video has been informative. I hope I've been a great help on whether you should purchase Stinger or not to purchase Stinger from the new Studio series from Hasbro in partnership with Takara Tomy. And like I always say, be patient with yourself, be patient with your hunts, and if you're patient enough, even an egg can and will grow legs. It's been your boy, Plastic Addict, with this review of none other than Stinger, Decepticon Stinger. Have a good one, folks. I'll see you next time. Plastic Addict out. Okay, I see you still sticking around, so might as well show you how he looks next to B, right? I mean, this is probably one of my favorite Autobots of all time. B is definitely, I mean, in the G1 cartoons, he was really squirrely and he was really no type of hero. When they remastered B and put him in the movies, he was like hero-esque type, and you know, they got me with that. I will be honest, in the 80s, B was not my favorite Autobot. It was Optimus along with everybody else, just about. But as far as in the movie line, I fell in love with B all over again. And yes, this is Stinger compared to B. And this looks pretty good, I would say. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I would say it actually looks pretty accurate. I like the way that looks and how they look lined up together. It looks pretty good. So there you have it, folks. I'm out of here for real this time, and I'll see ya on the next video. Plastic Addict out for real. I just couldn't resist showing all of them all together, just laid out. Boy, don't that look magnificent? That looks marvelous. Gotta love Transformers. I hope I'm making some new Transformer bot guys out of this video right here. I mean, they are a love and a joy to collect. Maybe because I just like the look of cars. I don't know what it is. All right, out of here for real. Peace.